So it's one of the heroes of South America too, not only of my country. And here I want to show you this because the cathedral is closed. We can't visit the mausoleum inside, but you have a flame there, and you can read that inside the church are the rest of our Captain General Don Jose de San Martin and the unknown soldier of the independence. You know, all the soldiers that gave their life for the freedom of the country, and nobody remember your names, but we remember all of them with the mausoleum of San Martin. These 12 columns in the front as represent the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. What am I doing? As you can see on the back, again, this is the north diagonal and the obelisk on the back. As you can see, all the buildings has the same height because in the past, okay, you know, the idea changed, the modernism, but the obelisk must be taller as the rest of the buildings. So 60 meters the height of the building, 68 meters the height of the obelisk. But it's a beautiful view of the city also. You know, in the year 1913, Buenos Aires was the first city in Latin America to have your own subway, okay? The lane number, not number, here has letters, so the A line was the first one, 1913, after New York, Buenos Aires. And here is a subway station, as the name of the station is Peru Station. And they preserve the station like if the station was a vintage station. Not all the subway stations are in this way, but this vintage one, see? The style of the station is different as the rest ones. Buen día. ¿Todo bien? The other ones are more modern stations. We can ride the subway, but this is the most beautiful in my opinion, okay? Let's go. Now we are going to walk to the 9th of July Avenue. We are going to get a bus to Recoleta area. We are walking the May Avenue, the first avenue in the city. Actually, Buenos Aires celebrated the first centenary in 1910 over this avenue. The Tortoni Cafe, 1858, the oldest ones, or one of the oldest ones. They preserve the vintage stage inside, the vintage style, sorry, inside. It was one of the most famous coffees in the history of Buenos Aires. A lot of politicians used to come here to drink a coffee and to enjoy, okay? So Cafe Tortoni. And so as you can read there is the perfect place for the meeting of biggest personalities in the city. I'm talking about politicians and more, okay? Okay, so now the idea is we're going to get a bus and we're going to move to the neighborhood of Recoleta, where is a fair too, and probably we can find there some surprise, the things happen in the city. So let's go to find it, and we're going to live first the experience to get a bus around 10 or 15 minutes to Recoleta. If I walk in half an hour I will be there, but also it's good the experience of the bus. You can find bookstores here. Look the price. Per book 200 pesos. I'm talking about per book is $1 American and a little bit. On free books for $2 American, my friend. So cheap. Remember, we live in a very cultural city. For example, this is the city with most bookstores in the world. More than 300 in the city, especially on the Corrientes Avenue, you will find a lot of ones. Okay, now we are in, probably for the tourism, the most important avenue. It's the 9th of July Avenue, because the 9th of July of 1816 was the day of the independence of the country. So if you pay attention now, you can see that we have these avenues for cars, but then the avenues in the middle are only for the buses, like this one or this one. So today, because it's Saturday, you will feel the difference between both avenues, but believe me, during the week it's easier and faster to get a bus and cheaper than if you get a taxi or if you use your own car, because for the buses the avenue will be empty like this one. Recoleta, por favor. Gracias. Demonstration from people from Peru. I don't know why, but we are not just down the obelisk, and here used to be demonstrations and more. Now we can see the Columbus Theater. I will show you now in a minute. The new building of the theater. That is this one. Hello, Sachipapa. Good afternoon, Sachipapa. How are you? So we are going to Recoleta neighborhood in this moment. This is the Santa Fe Avenue. It's a shopping area. Thank you, Mark 49. Yeah, it's a beautiful city. This is the avenue of the ladies of the Porteñas, the people of the city. We are the Porteños because the port. And it's plenty of shops and galleries. San Nicolas de Bari Church. And the idea is to get off in a few minutes from the bus, and I will show you some beautiful palaces where I used to live in the past. The wealthy families trying to imitate the lifestyles of the Parisians. salchipapa. Every weekend we do it, Saturday and Sunday. We have we do 2 streamings per day. The first one begin around 10 a.m. in the morning, and the second one begin around 2:30 p.m. till 6, or till the battery allow us. One day is with me, my name is Emiliano, and the other day is with Adriana. And we visit different areas of the city every day and every weekend. And the idea is to walk with me and to feel the city like me, like a local one. Me and Adriana, we are both professional tour guides of the city of Buenos Aires. And tomorrow is time of Adriana. But I don't know for now which neighborhood she will visit tomorrow. Okay, we'll get off in a minute. Okay, we are in the neighborhood of Recoleta now, and I will show you some examples of the palaces where the wealthy families used to live. For that I will walk to Alvear Avenue, and you will understand, only looking at the palaces, how rich were the families. I'm talking about the owners of the big pieces of land in the country. When I say a big piece of land, I'm talking about 1 million of hectares, my friends. So that is a huge piece of land. And they used to export all the cereals and beef that made famous my country. Remember that if you have a farm in La Pampa, around Buenos Aires, all this area around the city, that is a flat terrain, is a very fertile soil. So they used to export to North America, to Europe, the wheat, the corn, and beef, and they became so rich. Probably, I'm talking before 1929, probably we are talking about the richest families in the world. So they have enough money not only to build the palaces that we're going to see in a few minutes, they have enough money to like rebuild the city again, especially this north area, trying to give an special Parisian atmosphere. Thank you, Salchipapa. Thank you very much. If you've never been here, I invite you to visit us. Not only is a beautiful city with different kind of styles, different kind of neighborhoods, the history in the south, the French area here in the north, the modernism at Puerto Madero. Also in my country, you will find very friendly people, and you will find excellent food and excellent red wine. When I say food, I'm not talking about only beef, because everybody think, okay, Argentina, beef. Okay, it's true. The beef is excellent here. But we have also a lot of Italian customs behind us. So the pizzas and the pastas not only are excellent, are very traditional too. And if you are vegetarian, that will be a problem. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. You have excellent options here too, okay? A lot of kind of vegetables and fruits. But you know, the beef is like the star. And we used to eat per inhabitant per year 64 kilos of beef. Looks like a lot, but it's not, my friend. In September I already ate my part. Ah, you love milanesa. Everybody loves milanesa, my friend. Everybody loves milanesas. But which ones? Beef, chicken, or pork? Or all of them? My answer is first beef, second pork, third a chicken milanesa. Suprema actually is the name of a chicken milanesa. You like chicken one before? Okay. That's my third option. Beef, pork, chicken. I have a little boy, you know, his name is Camilo, 8 years old, 9 now, was the birthday days ago, 9 years old. And if you ask for Camilo, what do you want to eat, Camilo, today? Milanesa, father. But you ate yesterday. Okay, pork milanesa, father. But my friend, you ate past yesterday. Okay, chicken milanesa, father. That's are the three options, okay? Okay, look, this palace is here. I want to show you this. The palace here, as you can see, that were the style of the palaces that belonged in the past to the richest families of the city, of the country. But then happened 1929, that was the biggest war crisis, economical crisis. I'm talking about before these days, because now we are living in a very special time. So because of the crisis, these families, they need to sold the palaces, but they were the richest ones. So they sold the palaces to government of another countries. For the reason the embassies are inside this building. For example, you can see the flag of the Vatican embassy. And this palace today is the Park Hyatt Hotel, but this palace belonged to the Duo family, Palacio Duo, French family. Actually, the palace that we are going to see later in that corner, the Duo family preserve, they keep it. Looks like older, looks dirty outside if you compare with this one. But you know, inside is luxury only. I had the lucky to visit a little bit inside the palace because when I was a teenager I used to work in a supermarket in this area and I deliver the things to these houses, and I saw a little bit inside, and yeah, I saw only luxury. You love Recoleta, Eva Cab? Okay, buy me a place here, so. Yeah, I like Recoleta too, but I prefer to live in the south. San Telmo, I prefer to live. Yeah, of course, I love this place, of course. This is very French, I will show you. This kind of avenues, that is not an avenue, also is not on a street. And this kind of buildings here. Gracias. With the art galleries. This is very Parisian. Yes, Salchipapa, don't lie to me. If you come here, I will be your tour guide, okay? Emiliano Rossi from Signature Tours, remember me. And we walk the city together. In the past, this palace used to be the Louis Vuitton shop, but now it's closed. Salchipapa, if you want, you can find in the channel Signature Tours the streaming that I did in the morning, that we walk all the southern area to have an idea about the south of the city, and you can see the difference between the south and this area. Okay, now I will walk to the Alvear Square, the heart of Recoleta. It's a big fair there. Also is one of the most famous touristic points in the city, the cemetery of Recoleta. Yeah, I know, it's a cemetery, but it's one of the most beautiful cemeteries in the world. Okay, if you can consider beautiful a cemetery, first of all. Okay, Salchipapa, look it, you will love it. The first streaming was around 4 hours, but if you pay attention about the first hour and the second one, I cross all the historical area there, only for you understand how different is the north and the south of Buenos Aires. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are in a top area, you know. Omega, Emporio Armani, Ralph Lauren, Cartier. Rolex and more. It's not my shopping area, okay? At all. I only come here to take pictures. Probably the beef is expensive here than in my neighborhood also. The restaurants, sure, my friend, will be expensive here than in the place where I live in the south. Okay, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Alvear Palace Hotel. It's very sad, very, very sad to see the hotel close. Nobody there. A lot of people without a work, like us, you know, the tour guides. It's very sad. This is my personal opinion, of course. I believe in all this madness, and I believe that we must protect ourselves and take care, waiting for the vaccine. And I wish that in the next month all this coronavirus was only a nightmare, you know, and our life continue, and we continue visiting another countries and continue working, and okay, etc. Yeah, Bacab is very sad, yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. Probably 80% of the hotels are closed, and mostly of them closed forever. Same as different tourism companies that they began to close, or they fired all the employers, and it's difficult. Yeah, it's so difficult, especially if you work in the tourism area, because I understand that will be the last part of the people that work again. We will be the last ones, because the last thing that the government will do is open the airport, and our work come over that place. Okay. This is another of the typical things in my country. We love to eat ice creams. We love it. Different kind of flavors, more than 70. But this is our flavor, because this is the typical sweet in my country. This is the dulce de leche, that in English used to call the cream caramel. Another translation can be the milk sweet, the milk jam. Is milk, sugar, vanilla essence, more sugar, more milk, more sugar, and sugar. There is the dulce de leche. But this is the super dulce de leche, because it's the cream and the real dulce de leche in the middle. It's super dulce de leche. It's totally diet. Okay? No, it's not diet at all. Okay? The price of a kilo is 1,200 pesos. A kilo of of ice cream will cost $8 American. A kilo. I love the dulce de leche, my friend. It's my life, the dulce de leche. Not over a bread. Not inside a cake. No. Spoon. Spoon to the mouth. Dulce de leche. It's not healthy. Yeah, I know. It's not healthy, but it's so tasty, my friend. Okay, we are arriving now to Recoleta, to Alvear Square. We're going to enjoy the rest of the afternoon walking this area. Hola, mi amigo. How are you? ¿Cómo le va? I told you about the friendly people. A lot of people say hello to the camera. Yeah, you love dulce de leche. And you love milanesas. You are from here, my friend. Drink a coffee in the street. It's one of the customs that Buenos Aires took from Paris. Yeah, yeah. And your laughing is ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah. You are from here. What happened here? Ah, no, 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 no. You're from outside now. See, you're laughing. You translate before for me. For me, understand. No, no that. You are from outside. ¿Todo bien? Look this. Etoile Hotel. Look at this. Very sad, my friend. Very sad. I used to work a lot with this hotel. How many people in the street because all this madness. I told you about the cemetery. The cemetery in the beginning was only the cemetery of the north of the city, but after the yellow fever, that the history of the yellow fever I told you in the first part of the streaming, there in the south, where the epidemic happened, and the yellow fever moved the wealthy families to the area, and they began to live around the cemetery, and almost they appropriate the place for them. Okay, and they began to open inside the cemetery the mausoleums, one side the other, and today, in this moment, nowadays are around 6,500 of mausoleums inside the cemetery. 33 former presidents, the mausoleum of Evita Perón, for example, and is one of the touristic points most visited in Buenos Aires. Scary only in the night. I will show you a little bit. It's like a city, no grass, no crosses over the grass, only mausoleums, one side the other, like a big city, with the avenues, the streets, and more. Difficult. Like you see the streets, the mausoleums, one side the other, the name of the families over, and the mausoleums has 1 or 2 down floors for the rest of the coffins, for the rest of the family, and of course it's very expensive. Not only to be here, to maintain also. is closed because the coronavirus, but only the families can visit it. Yeah, it's crazy. You can walk 2 hours inside the cemetery if you want. It's not a good idea for me, but if you like some histories, not ghost histories, I'm talking about a history of different former presidents or wealthy families and more. So here is a big fair that we're going to walk a little bit, and like here today as tomorrow in San Telmo, you will find a lot of street performances, a lot of people doing art in the street, not only music, dancing. And this is the entrance to the cemetery. Request in peace. Actually, it's Latin, you know, request in pace. Right? Okay, you see there, it's request in peace, but in Latin. And the entrance of the cemetery, unfortunately, is closed. Repeat again. So you read this when you go in, and when you go out, you read another thing in the other side. You read, "See you soon." Okay, let's go. Let's go to walk the market a little bit. This is the painter area. So beautiful works, amazing works. So real, look at that kitty. We celebrate their birthday in a square, not in home, not more than 10 people in house. So they prefer to celebrate in open sky. Me ha gustado.
No, yo voy bien por lo menos.
Here is the Church of Pilar. It's the second oldest church in the city. And it's from 1732. Was founded, and as you can see now in a minute, we celebrate the mass outside.
vamos a mostrar un adelanto del espectáculo, porque por ahí la gente dice, ah, yo me paro, me quedo ahí, y después el show no está bueno. Le vamos a mostrar una de las acrobacias más complicadas y la vamos a hacer más sencilla. Él va a venir corriendo de allí a 34 kilómetros por hora. Va a picar justo antes de Gustavo. Se va a elevar y al caer lo va a dejar completamente embarazado. Pero antes de esta hazaña me gustaría que nos regalen o nos presten un aplauso a la cuenta de 3, no ahora. Necesitamos aplausos, gritos, silbidos, ejemplo. La persona que sepa aplaudir, aplaude. La persona que sepa silbar, silba. La persona que sepa gritar, grita ¡bravo! ¡Otra! Y el negro y la canta. Pero grita con fuerza. Señora que tenga niño en los brazos y no puede aplaudir, tire el pendejo allá. Aplauda con fuerza, las chicas, tómense de los pelos. Bueno, las señoras mayores no, que se les sale la peluca, pero con fuerza, a ver. A la cuenta de 3, todos los que nos puedan ayudar con la mejor buena onda, aplausos, gritos, pelos, colores, nos ayudan. A la 1, a las 2 y a las 3. A ver cómo sale en este lugar ese aplauso de toda la gente. Para lo que es la buena onda. Vamos a intentar llenar todo esto, Miren lo que vamos a hacer, algo divertido. Se llama Imán Atrapa Boludos.
Usually we
Vamos a
can,
poner una mochila en el medio del espectáculo.
you can see here or tomorrow in San Telmo, in the market of San Telmo, a lot of
Que todos los que anden pasando
this kind of street performances.
qué es lo que está pasando, porque la gente es chupa, la gente es curiosa, ¿es verdad o no lo que digo? ¿Qué les pasó al de serio? Le pregunto. Estás caminando, escuchás frenada de auto, ¿qué pasó? Vaya, murieron 3, salí cagando, ¿verdad o no? Porque la gente es curiosa, hay una reunión con esta persona, uno se tira un pedo, nos falta la que pregunta de qué culo salió. Y mira, así que si hacemos un aplauso un poquito más fuerte, pero a la mochila, que dure más o menos un minutito, vas a ver que esto se va a llenar de gente en uno, ¿vale? Les pedimos a esas familias que ya se acercaron que se acerquen para el espectáculo. Estamos juntando gente y es la parte más difícil. Sin miedo, ¿vale? Enseñen a sus hijos a compartir con nosotros, que los negros a esta hora no roban, siempre después de la hora. Maestro, todo eso de hacer para venga, venga, ahí está un poquito de buena onda que le vamos a cobrar más por el del pasto, ¿vale? Aparte el pasto de Recoleta es leche. Te sentás, automáticamente ya la mano te hace el juego. Así que váyanse acercando que arrancamos. ¿Está bonito? Dale, último aplauso, pero que dure un ratito. A la cuenta de 3, a la 1, a las 2 y a las 3. A ver, que dure con fuerza. A ver ese grupo familiar. La familia que más quilombo haga hoy tiene premio, Las chicas, ¿se están acercando el show o se van? Se van, qué lástima, Necesitamos chicas lindas para acá de fuera. Ahora vamos a arrancar. Vamos a arrancar con el espectáculo, me gustó la buena onda de la gente. Ese grupo de chicas no aplaudió, yo no sé qué onda. Chicas, ¿por qué no aplaudieron? Si tienen la re buena onda, gracias. Una de ellas tiene buena onda. Gracias. Bueno, vamos a comenzar con el espectáculo, así la gente ya se prende con nosotros. Voy a pasar a presentar a este grupo con el verdadero nombre del grupo, ya que nosotros somos el grupo del momento. Los guardianes del bien. Yo soy Superman, Gatúbela. Tiene que haber una niña entre los superhéroes. Mira, seamos 3 niñas, pero una es violenta. Las chicas súper poderosas. Y yo. No quiero ser bellota. Pero porque sea negro lo voy a hacer. Quiero ser bellota. Dale, entonces vamos a presentarnos de a uno, ¿sí? Llegó el momento de presentar a mi compañero. Su nombre es Gustavo. Le decimos cariñosamente en el barrio. Gusti. Tiene 27 años de estatura, no 28, no sé cumplido, no está cumpliendo ahí está cumpliendo 28 años, mi compañero Gustavo. 28 años de altura, casi 1 metro de edad, tiene el signo de sanitario. Sanitario, si son una cagadita, miren lo que es. Es tan chiquitito que se tira un pedo y levanta pasto, boludo. Les pido un fuerte aplauso a mi compañero joven Gustavito. Muchas gracias por la buena onda de la familia. Y ahora desde Venezuela, vino de su país con un solo propósito, dejar de pasar hambre. La cagamos en Argentina, la cuarentena, está todo jodido. Su nombre es Isaac, es campeón de artes marciales mixtas, jiu-jitsu, capoeira, taekwondo, kung fu, cocina microondas, corte y confección, plancha llena de Fuerte el aplauso ahora sí para Gustavito. Ya se viene la bestia. Se viene el mejor de este grupo. Palmas, palmas. Toma carrera. Va mostrando que mejor lo sabe hacer. Mirá, mirá. Impresionante lo que es el venezolano. Y la energía de no tener novia hace 2 meses. Espectacular. Palmas, palmas. No, está loco, está loco. Fuerte el aplauso para el venezolano. Ahora me toca a mí, que soy el viejo, el negrito más viejo. Poneme la prueba de que me hace el triple salto de la cuerda. Un aplauso para la chica que hoy se lleva un venezolano a su casa. Y ahora tenemos nuestro modelo. Mira, pero ¿cuántos años? 20, ya son más grandes, pero no se nos pasan de la altura. La chica de mucho bien. Casa en pareja, ¿verdad?
¿Cómo le va? Buenas, ¿todo bien? Okay, let's go to see this part of the market that is new. Medieval.
Ahí, al lado de la panera rosa. De la panera no, de Pani, perdón. la foto que te mandé,
Ella tiene alguna. Pero por eso, por ella con que tenga
Mi pare che mi equivoco io.
Buen día, ¿cómo estás?
Tiene bueno la piel, no pueden tener así mierda, jalones, puede ser con cadena.
You are there, Eva Cow? Buen día.
Claro. Sí, chicos, tenés que preparar para... Igual, al tiempo que ¿tienes una cantidad?
Pásame cómo vas a quedar pica.
So we continue here at Recoleta neighborhood, and now we'll cross that pedestrian bridge. I want to show you the law school and one of the latest monuments in the city. I'm talking about a big steel flower. We are going there now. So we saw the market of Recoleta. So we continue walking the city, listening some tangos, you know, the folk of Buenos Aires and Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay. That huge building, this is the law school. Like the engineer school that they explained in the first streaming during the morning, this is the free and public education in my country. And you can study there to be a lawyer. Will take around 5, 6 or 7 years, depends how much you study. And it's totally free. That's the most important. We don't pay absolutely nothing to study there. Yeah, you will pay your books or the copies of the book, but nothing to assist. And so one of our national pride, you know. We are very proud about this. So we are in the square of the United Nations. I repeat again, unfortunately for all of us, the flower is not working. It's just in the middle of the action. You see, it's not open, it's not completely closed. But when the flower work, don't happen oftenly, unfortunately. During the morning, the flower will 20 minutes to open, and during the afternoon, will take another 20 minutes to close. And as you can see, it's a little bit cold because we are in autumn, around 15, 16 Celsius degrees. But we need open air. We need to be out of the house to breathe some air. Oh, like me, the mask is impossible. But of course, you can see that everybody have some social distances from the other groups. That's the idea. Go out, but we must be responsible. Okay, so we continue walking part of the Recoleta neighborhood. We are so close of Palermo neighborhood, but not enough time to visit Palermo today. So Palermo will be the next Saturday. Palermo actually is the biggest neighborhood in the city. We have a lot of different areas to see. Oh, and I remember that tomorrow after 10 a.m. in the morning, when Adriana begin the streaming, Adriana will visit Palermo. I remember now. Palermo is so big, so has different areas like Palermo Soho, because the designers, Palermo Hollywood because the TV stations, or cinemas, studios, Little Palermo or Palermo Chico in Spanish, that is the zone of the embassies. In my opinion, the most Parisian area of Buenos Aires. And the Gusto of Palermo, where is the Rose Garden. It is so beautiful. So tomorrow, probably during the afternoon, if you want to see all that area, you will do it. Hello Sedan 793. I'm without the glasses. That's the name. Sedan 793. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing, my city. I love Buenos Aires. If you want to visit more about my city, and if you want to know more about our history, our customs, traditions, and more, remember tomorrow 10 a.m. in the morning, Adriana will begin a new streaming, walking different areas. And if you want the next Saturday and the next Sunday at 10 a.m. in the morning in Buenos Aires, 10 a.m. of Buenos Aires, begin the first streaming and walk in the city. We put the time of the second streaming, okay? Actually, the stream that I did during the morning, if you want, you can see in the Signature channel, okay? Signature Tours channel. And you can see the streaming of the south, because during the morning I walked the historical care of the city and the very first neighborhoods. If not, tomorrow 10 a.m. in the morning of Buenos Aires, you will see Adriana. Only for you know which time is now in Buenos Aires City. Is 5:07 afternoon, 5 p.m. So 10 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, you can walk the city with Adriana, visiting another of the neighborhoods of Buenos Aires. And of course, if you visit signaturetours.com.ar from Argentina, you will see there are a lot of virtual experiences that you can do. Takes around 40 minutes each experience, about the different neighborhoods of the city. You have your own live stream, Sedan, okay? I have the information there. I will see later. Yeah, I saw the link. Thank you. Here on the right, this is a TV station. This TV station belongs to the state. So if you win the election, sorry, you take also the control of this TV station. So you can understand that if you see this TV station, you only will see good news, my friend. Everything is so good in my country. And that happened with all the governments, you know, not only with this one, with all of them.
Un aviso que se cancelan todas las
So we are going to come back to the Recoleta area, crossing different squares, and probably there will be the finish of the work today. Here on the right, this is the Embassy of Chile. And this is the Uruguay Square. Just in the middle of the square is the monument to Mr. Artigas, hero of Uruguay, an enemy of Buenos Aires City.